Good day everybody, and welcome back to another video. I am here at Kent State University Airport, where we have an aircraft expo. Now, the point of today's video isn't to show off the interesting stuff that they have, that's a different one. But here, I share a once-in-a-lifetime experience flying one of 8 airworthy Ford Trimotors. But first, for those who are new to the channel, hi, I'm Sky. I'm a small-town plane spotter with big ambitions. My favorite hobby? Sharing about aircraft's history on planes you normally wouldn't research, as well as finding defunct airlines that I've never heard of. I also really enjoy sharing my video footage. Currently, I'm a freshman at Kent State University, flying in the professional pilot program, which was once a dream, but not anymore. So now, let's jump right into the video. I selected my seat, the very front left seat, getting a wonderful view of this fantastic engine.
If he would move over here behind this guy, then everybody else could get in.
Oh. So I'm going to start reading from this article that I found about the history of this aircraft. This is a Ford 5 AT-B Trimotor, registration November Charlie 9645. She was built by Ford during 1928, first flight on December 1st, 1928. During January of 1929, she was sold to Transcontinental Air Transport, or TAT, and registered as November Charlie 9645, nicknamed City of Wichita, in honor of the initiation of transcontinental commercial air service on July 7, 1929, with City of Columbus. In April 1931, purchased by Transcontinental and Western Air, TWA, and helped develop the airline's flight routes. In July 1935, sold to G. Rugstill Grand Canyon Airlines. Next, in February 1937, to Boulder Dam Tours. In December of 1937, sold to Transportes Aéreos de Continente Americano, or TACA Airlines, and registered as Alpha November Alpha Alpha Sierra in Honduras. In 1942, sold to an unknown owner in Campeche, Mexico, and registered as X-Ray Alpha Foxtrot Uniform Bravo. In 1950, registered to another unknown owner, also in Campeche, Mexico, as X-Ray Alpha November Echo Tango. During 1951, during a major overhaul, the corrugated skin was removed and replaced with a flat metal skin, and was dubbed the Smooth Skin Ford, and sold in July of 1953. In January of 1954, damaged during an accident afterwards, placed it in storage. In 1955, purchased by Eugene Frank of Caldwell, Idaho, and transported to the United States, and registered as November 58996, and was placed into storage. In July 1964, sold to William F. Hurrah of Hurrah's Hotels Casinos in Nevada, and returned the plane's registration to November Charlie 9645. Over the next 7 years, fully restored with corrugated skin. In 1971, the Trimotor returned to flying condition and was flown to Reno, and then to static display as part of the Hurrah collection until he passed away. In June 1986, auctioned to Gary Norton of Athol, Idaho. In February 1999, acquired by Evergreen and Aviation and Space Museum, and placed into storage until 1996, when it underwent another full restoration and resumed flying. During 2014, acquired by Ed Patrick, Liberty Aviation Museum, and registered as November 964, arriving during July 2014. Afterwards, this aircraft entered into a lease agreement with the Experimental Aircraft Association and began flying around the United States as part of their EAA Ford Trimotor tour. This aircraft has a natural metal finish. The lower left wing has November Charlie 9645, painted in black block. On the right side of the nose, City of Port Clinton, where it is normally based. On the left side of the nose is City of Wichita. The fuselage has Transcontinental Air Transport logo, or TAT, and the tail has Ford and November Charlie 9645.
join me.
Thanks for having us.
It's even worse up here. Hang on 1 second. Let me get out of the way.
Ow. Yeah. Wow. And yes, my mom did get photos of me walking out the plane while recording this video that you just saw. Anyways, this flight was really exciting and something that I've always wanted to do that I finally did. Thank you so much for joining me on flying a 97-year-old Ford AT-B-5 Trimotor, and I'll see you in the skies.